So here's where we're going next. 7 nonverbal codes and subcodes. We'll briefly discuss appearance, kinesics, eye contact, affect displays, haptics, vocalics, proxemics, and territory. Appearance. Appearance might include artifacts, dress, and body type. Artifacts might include a watch, a necklace. What you choose to wear is a part of the appearance nonverbal code. And body types are parts of nonverbal codes too. For example, upside down triangle for men and hourglass for women. These body type codes impact the way we communicate. So here are some things that can be signified by eye contact. We can signify with more or less eye contact how close we are to another individual. We can signify what we're talking about. If you look at what we're discussing, you can tell if we're discussing more intimate or impersonal topics based on eye contact. We can tell if people have distractions or don't have distractions based on eye contact. We can even tell if they're romantically interested or not interested. What are nonverbal codes? Kinesics refers to the study of human movements, gesture, and posture. For example, emblems, illustrators, regulators, and adapters are all examples of kinesics. And we're about to discuss each of these. Emblems, a nonverbal cue that has a specific, generally understood meaning in a given cultural or may substitute for a word or phrase. For example, a librarian who puts their index finger up to their lips to signify to be quiet. Illustrators, a nonverbal behavior that accompanies the verbal message and either complements, contradicts, or accents. We've discussed these 3 functions. Regulators, a nonverbal behavior that helps to control the interaction or level of communication between people. Adapters, a nonverbal behavior that helps to satisfy a personal need and allows a person to adapt to the immediate situation. A good example of this is quasi-courtship behavior. Quasi-courtship behavior are nonverbal cues exhibited both consciously and unconsciously when we are attracted to someone. The first stage of quasi-courtship behavior is courtship readiness. The second stage includes preening behaviors. Preening behaviors might include combing our hair, applying makeup, straightening a tie, double-checking our appearance in the mirror. In stage 3, we demonstrate positional cues, using our posture and body orientation to make sure that we're seen and noticed by the other person. In the 4th and last stage, we have appeals to invitation. Appeals to invitation could include using close proximity, open body positions, and direct eye contact to signal our availability or interest. We've discussed eye contact. Affect displays are emotional displays, usually facial. An affect display is a nonverbal behavior that communicates emotions. Facial expressions, posture, and gestures usually reveal our emotions. Haptics is the study of human touch. Vocalics can include the tone, rate, and volume, back channel cues, and response latencies. A back channel cue is a vocal cue that signals when we want to talk and when we don't. A response latency is the amount of time it takes for someone to formulate a response to a statement or question in conversation. Proxemics is the study of how close or far away from people and objects we position ourselves. Intimate space is 0 to 1.5 feet. Personal space is 1.5 feet to 4 feet. Social space is 4 to 12 feet. Public space is 12 feet and beyond. For each distance, we have more or less comfort talking about certain things. For example, finding out you're not the father might not be the appropriate conversation for the public space. Territoriality is the study of how humans use space and objects to communicate occupancy or ownership of space. A territorial marker is a thing or action that signifies an area that has been claimed. If you look around wherever you're sitting right now, chances are you have territorial markers nearby. Maybe they're your markers, like a backpack, or maybe they're someone else's, like their notebook. How do we interpret nonverbal violations? The theory of nonverbal expectance violation suggests that we develop rules or expectations for appropriate nonverbal behavior and react when those expectations are violated. For example, how might you react when guys have voices that are pitched too high in society's eyes? How do you react when someone stands too close to you? How do you react when someone stares at you for a second too long? How do you react to men who are too short by society's standards? There are 3 dimensions of nonverbal communication to understand. These dimensions include immediacy, arousal, and dominance. Examples of immediacy include eye contact, touch, forward lean, body orientation, physical closeness, and smiling. Examples of arousal include eye contact, buried vocal cues, increased touch, animated facial expressions, direct body orientation, movement, and physical closeness. Dominance examples might include larger and protected space, eye contact, initiated touch, relaxed posture, and status symbols.